Okay, at 6 o'clock, we're going to bring the October 14th City Council meeting to order, and we will begin with roll call, please.
Sarchet?
Here.
Savage?
Here.
Walters?
Here.
Vogel? Here. Otis?
Here. Item number 3, approval of the agenda. A motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Otis?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Savage?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Vogel?
Item number 4, it's time to close the regular meeting and open the public meeting for the 2025 street repairs project. Jenny, when was the notice published?
October 4th, sir.
Have we had any written comments for or against the proposed project?
No, sir.
So at this time, we'll have a staff report. Travis, we'll start with you.
Travis Thornburg, City Engineer, Snyder and Associates, 2727 Southwest Snyder Boulevard, Ankeny, Iowa. On October 2nd, 2024, city staff held a public bid opening for the 2025 street repairs project. It was a successful bid, producing 9 bidders that ranged from a low base bid of $75,138 to a high bid just over $218,000. The project bid package include 4 potential additive bid alternates with the ranges illustrated in your packet. I will not try to read those because I will screw up some of the numbers. After reviewing the received bids with city staff, we would recommend award of the base bid plus all 4 additive bid alternates to the apparent low bidder of M&M Concrete Specialists of Des Moines. The total proposed contract that you're considering tonight is $147,276. Snyder and Associates has successfully completed projects with M&M Concrete Specialists, including several development projects, as well as the 2019 patching project in Pleasant Hill. We would recommend award or acceptance of the bid, award of the contract, and approval of the contract tonight. My understanding is if the council chooses to approve this contract tonight, the contractor would like to get this project done yet this year. I am happy to answer any questions you may have or discuss any topics further.
Thanks. Chelsea, you were going to present also?
I'm just going to add in one thing. We received an outstanding low bid, and with the base bid, alternative B, C, and D, we are under budget for the year. However, we still have a substantial amount of money remaining from the 2024 street repair project. So we're recommending you accept alternative A as well, which puts us over for budget for the year. However, we have about $40,000 remaining from the 2024 street repair project. So that is why we're recommending all of the alternates tonight.
Okay. Is there anyone present who wishes to be heard for or against the proposed project? I need a motion then to close the public hearing and reopen the regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
We need roll call, Jenny?
Vogel? Yes. Otis?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Savage?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
So moving on then, I need a motion to approve Resolution 2024-131, adopting plan specifications, form of contract, and option for probable construction costs. A motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Walters?
Yes.
Vogel? Yes. Otis?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Savage?
Yes.
I need a motion then to approve Resolution 2024-132, making award of construction contract. Motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Savage?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Vogel? Yes. Otis?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
I then need a motion to approve Resolution 2024-133, approving construction contract and bond. Motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Just real quick, so why is the bond separate on this one?
They always are. It's contract and bond.
Okay.
So you awarded
So
it and now you're approving the contract.
We typically do it in 2 meetings, but because of when we held
Okay.
the bid letting, we were able to get it all together.
Usually there's not 3, so, okay. Thank you.
Roll call.
Vogel,
Yes.
Otis,
Yes.
Sarchet,
Yes.
Savage,
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Moving on to item number 5, public comments. This is the time and place for comments for any item other than those that are a public hearing. Jenny, I understand we have a card from someone?
Yes, Grant Woodward, Woodard?
I'm not sure this is the appropriate time or place, but I apologize.
You'll want to identify yourself for the
Yeah,
record.
my name is Grant Woodard. I'm an attorney at the Wanderer Law Firm in Des Moines, Iowa. I've been retained by an organization called Save Polk City. I have sent a letter previously to the council that I believe they received. I represent a sort of collective of various neighbors of Polk City that are against the zoning project. I know you guys have discussed this at length, so I'll be very brief. We believe that this has been rushed through and that we implore you to take a step back and ask yourself lots of questions that were raised at the last meeting. Joe Shields, who's sort of the primary leader of this organization, wishes he could be here tonight to lay more of his concerns, however he's dealing with the family emergency this evening. I believe I also sent to the city a public records request, which we'll deal with the city manager and council, I'm sure, or council for the city in due time. So in conclusion, we would ask you, I know you're voting on it tonight, we would ask you to vote no. I know you guys have spent a lot of time discussing this issue as of late, so I won't rehash everything else for you all here tonight. But thank you for the opportunity to speak on behalf of the organization that I represent.
I don't know that I've received that letter,
I sent it to the city.
mail or email.
I am in receipt of it.
We are in receipt, yep.
Did you forward it to me or to us?
I forwarded it to our attorney.
Primarily was an open records request.
Well, there was actually two letters. There was one sort of addressing the various issues that my organization has laid out, and the other separate letter was a public records request that has required us out. So there's 2 letters, actually.
So have others received that?
Typically, when someone submits an open record request, they submit it to us, and we just received it and we're reviewing it.
Have we received the second letter, though?
We've received, yeah, there were 2 attachments, yes.
So it will come if it's appropriate to, I'm just, you're stating in a public meeting that it was sent to us, which it was not. At the council level.
It was sent via the certified mail. It was also sent to you guys' document portal as a Word copy.
To the
So I
website, to
personally
me,
sent it
not the
on
council.
that, and I believe it was sent certified mail, also U.S. regular postal service mail. I believe it was either sent Wednesday or Thursday.
We received it by email. We've not received a certified letter.
Okay, thank you. Is anybody else here who wishes to speak who didn't fill out a comment card? Okay, then we're going to move on. We're going to move on to item number 6, which is consent items, and I'll ask for a motion in a second, and then
So
any discussion, a motion in a second, and then any discussion?
I'll make a motion, but I'd like to pull M and P.
Pull, which ones?
M as in Michael, P as in Paul.
N and P. All right, motion in a second to approve the consent items minus N and P, and then we'll take up N and P after that. Motion in a second for consent?
My motion.
Motion.
Second? All right, roll call?
Walters?
Yes.
Vogel?
Yes.
Otis?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Savage?
Yes.
Okay, then let's take up item N, which is Monarch.
Michael.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Staffing plan, FY 2630 staffing plan.
So my concern here is, I know we went through this in the work session last week. And I agree with where it leads at the end of 5 years. My concern is that most of the additional staff adds are sort of front-end loaded, and there was concern that it wasn't possible to do based on the current levy rate that we have. So my ask would be that we add all the staff that's in there over that duration, just more evenly incremental throughout those, it's 5 years, but I think 5.5 years, whatever it is. So, and not, I think we have 5 in the first 2 years, and then it's 1 or 2 thereafter. So making it 1 or 2 throughout would be my hope, so we can theoretically, all other factors set aside, have the potential to follow that plan and keep the existing levy rate that we have.
So I guess my only comment to that is, starting on the council, it was painfully obvious that our city has been behind and playing catch up for some time. And even though we've done quite a bit of good work and made some improvements, I still feel like we have a ways to go. And I think we need to, I hate to say it, add these positions sooner than later to be able to realize the benefits, so our city can realize the benefit of having extra staff. So my preference would be to stick with the plan that we have in front of us.
Council, any other comments?
So where does that leave us?
We would need a motion, either to go along with FY 2630 staffing plan or to make a different motion.
So I'll make a motion to pass is that what I want? A motion to pass the staffing plan as presented?
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Walters?
Yes.
Vogel? Otis?
Yes.
Sarchet?
No.
Savage?
Yes.
Moving on to P then, agreement with Hinson Consulting LLC for a compensation study and plan.
So similar concern here. I know $12,000 is not a huge amount of money, but I believe this is either the 4th or 5th one we've done either holistically or by department. And I think, it is important to be a good employer and to take care of the needs, and, all roads lead to compensation. But I don't know that another one of these studies is warranted. We've had, I think our overall payroll has doubled in 5 years. We've had, most of our positions have had double-digit increases multiple times over the last few years, which has been warranted and I think deserved. But I don't know what problem we're solving with this compensation study.
So I guess I would go back to my previous comment that, again, we're not trying to solve a problem, in my opinion. We're trying to prevent one, right? We would need to be able to attract and retain good staff and keep the staff that we have here. I know I work in a field that is very, very competitive, and it's really hard to find people right now. And trying to retain people is top of our priority. And I feel like that's something that should be a given for the city. So I would like to make a motion that we keep this salary study in as is.
Is there a second?
Can I ask when our last overarching compensation study was?
We did one in February of 2022 in-house. So
Okay.
we've not hired a consultant. Some of the feedback that was given by the council at the time was they would prefer to go with a consultant. In the fall of 2023, the council had a strategic planning session, and one of the top items that was prioritized was doing a compensation study. So put that in the current fiscal year budget, which is why it is in the budget and in front of you tonight.
So we have a motion. Do we have a second to keep item P as it reads?
I will second that.
And roll call.
Otis,
Yes.
Sarchet,
No.
Savage,
Yes.
Walters,
Yes.
Vogel.
Moving on to item 7, business items. A, first reading of ordinance 2024-2200, amending chapter 69 parking regulations, section 69.08, no parking zones. Chief, I understand you're going to speak on this?
All right, in front of you are proposed changes to some no parking zones, including adding no parking zones to some three new plats, and making some changes to the code to clear up some issues we see on Third Street. So first, let's see here. Mike had actually put this together. I reviewed it with him. So the first three are new plats: Monarch Crossing Plat 1, Big Creek Ridge Plat 2, and Creekview Estates Plat 3. The second piece of this is a newly proposed no parking zone along East Broadway. That extends essentially from First Street down to Deer Haven Drive on the north side of the road. And the last piece is to clear up some issues along North and South Third Street, and propose extending the no parking zone to include both sides of Third Street, with the exception of the block between Van Dorn and Broadway. I believe that's all.
Council, any questions, Chief?
Jeremy, do you have any context to the adding of the East Broadway?
Yeah, with taking the one side of the road to no parking, essentially that's the side that has the trail along it.
Okay.
It's a pretty narrow road as well and heavily traveled. So having parking on both sides is can be kind of dangerous and difficult to pass.
All right then, thank you. Yep. If there's nothing else, we'll have a motion and a second on item A.
So moved.
And roll call.
Sarchet? Yes. Savage,
Yes.
Walters,
Yes.
Vogel,
Yes.
Otis.
Yes. Item B, third reading of ordinance 2024-1700, approving rezoning petition for Allure at Saylorville from A1 to C2, R3, and R2A. A motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Anything? Roll call.
Vogel,
Yes.
Otis,
Yes.
Sarchet,
No.
Savage,
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Moving on to item C, Snyder and Associates August 2024 Engineering Services invoice in the amount of $56,992.02. A motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call.
Savage,
Yes.
Walters,
Abstain?
Otis,
Yes.
Vogel. Yes. Just keeping you on your toes down there. Sarchet.
Yes.
Item 8, reports and particulars. Do we have anything from staff? Anything from the city manager?
No, thank you.
City council? I don't have anything other than we had a great fall festival this weekend. A lot of people were there and the weather was just perfect for it. So that was great. And that's all that I have. So item number 9 is a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And a second, please.
Second.
All in favor, say yes.
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 Or say nay.